How much money is enough? Warren Buffett famously said just a little bit more. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made 15,000 Rand profit selling a Suzuki Super Carry that I bought from WeBuyCars. Now, I've got a normal office job and I love it because my boss watches this channel. But food is expensive and electricity is expensive. Everything is expensive. So in South Africa, you need a side hustle. Now, I've been doing this YouTube thing for more than 5 years and YouTube still pays in knickknacks. So I thought, why not flip a car? Now, I spent months watching the WeBuyCars website, mostly as a hobby. Window shopping. I probably looked at over 200 cars and I failed at a few auctions and eventually saw the Suzuki Super Carry. Now, the DEKRA report said under engine, gearbox and drivetrain, very good, very good, very good. The only roadworthy relevant issues were the service brake performance and handbrake lever, and then the worst seats that you've ever seen. And I hoped that that was the reason why this Suzuki was so much cheaper than the others. I ended up missing it on auction due to internet connectivity, and I eventually drove through and bought it for 64,900. Now, no, that's not small change, but GPT said the margin is healthy if I do it right. At this point, I've paid 64,900 for the Suzuki, 2,250 for WeBuyCars admin fees, and another 1,900 for fuel and trailer hire to get it home. So in total, I was in 69,050 rands before I fixed anything. To save money and to make more profit, I did most of the work myself. First, I gave it a proper clean, and then I cut some new mats from a piece of rubber that I bought. The chassis was a mix of white and black and didn't look that great, so I decided to paint the whole thing black with chassis paint. To make sure the rear brakes are working properly, I disassembled everything, cleaned it out, and then reset the handbrakes. The seats were by far the biggest issue, and I decided to rather outsource that to make sure that it looks good. And this was by far the biggest expense, but also the biggest transformation. I managed to sold the canopy for 2,500 Rand to recover some of the costs. So that's $1,000 for paint and mats, seats for 4,350, and I recovered some 2,500 for the canopy, which left me with an all-in cost of 71,900 with a Suzuki that looks pretty good. But then came the hard part. First, I took it for a valet and took some nice clear photos of the inside and the outside, and initially posted it for 105,000 on Facebook Marketplace. There was a lot of interest, but wow, there's a lot of time wasters on Facebook as well. Eventually, only 2 people came to view it, and they asked about the Gauteng number plates, why the tailgate is missing, and after the test drive I noticed the WeBuyCars keyring is still on the key. So I never heard back from them. I also took out some Facebook ads. For about 3 weeks, I didn't get much interest. And eventually, I decided to put in more effort. I removed the WeBuyCars stickers and keyring. I fitted a second-hand tailgate that I bought on Marketplace. And I took it for roadworthy in order to fit Limpopo plates where I live. And this made the Suzuki look like a brand new car. I also dropped the price to 95,000, and then I got a bite from business in Gauteng. And I offered to deliver the Suzuki if they paid in full, which I did because I wanted to go look at that SLK at the Rustenburg WeBuyCars branch. I took the trip and dropped off the Suzuki next to the N1 at the Petroport, and the deal was done. So that added 890 for the valet and the Facebook ads, 1,650 for the roadworthy test, licensing and the plates, 2,070 for a brand new tailgate delivered, and then finally trailer hire, accommodation and fuel to deliver it in Gauteng, 3,400. So the total cost ended up being 79,910. So, is it possible to make money flipping cars? Yes, definitely, but it's not easy. The most important thing is to be patient and set your budget before you buy. You make your profit when you buy right, not when you sell it. And pay attention to the details that sellers will spot when they come and look at the car. And make sure that you have your story straight, because they are going to ask you how long have you had the car and why are you selling it. And you need to be honest, because trust is what it's all about. So have you ever flipped cars for money, or do you want to give it a go? Please let me know, or if you have any questions about my experience, pop it in the comments. And if you want to see more detail on my time with the Suzuki Super Carry, go check out the playlist up here. Or if you are interested in the SLK behind me, check out this playlist. Thank you for joining. See you next time.